What's up, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to a very special episode of ACL's In the Zone. We are back with another episode. This time, it is hashtag Halo Revival. We have got some of the biggest names in the Australian Halo community. We've dusted the dust off them. Geez, good England there. We've got these guys back, and look, I'm very, very excited to get this show underway. So, without further ado, we had a little delay, so let's get right into the introductions. First and foremost, we have of former Halo team immunity, we have Benno. Benno, welcome to the show, my friend.
Hey man, how you doing?
I'm excellent. How are you?
Good, thank you, man. We're talking about Halo. I'm excellent.
You're excellent. That's right, man. We'll let it slide. We'll let it slide. I dare say we're going to have to let a few things slide tonight, especially when we've got the next man on the show. He's the one and only Hopey. Hopey, welcome to the show, my friend.
Thanks for having me, mate. Pretty pumped for Halo, especially after 2 years of not playing it. So exciting.
It has been a long, long time coming. I am so glad and so happy. Not just as a presenter's point of view. I kind of have to say that for most things, but I am genuinely excited for this. Most people will know all of us guys here have a background in Halo, and I'm just really pumped to get into this show. And I know all the viewers out there have been waiting for this, and we're going to get straight into it. So just for our viewers at home, I want to let you know a little bit about the format of In the Zone. Now, this show is basically more of a panel discussion. Not so much an interview Q&A, but where people can get on and discuss the topic at hand, which in this case is the one and only Halo. Oh, so pumped. All right, so what's going to happen tonight is we're going to be basically having a bit of a catch-up. We'll talk to these guys about their history, what they've been doing, because it's been a long time since we've heard anything about Halo, especially in the ACL circles. So we're going to get into it, and let's start things off with a bit of a catch-up. Now, I'll start with you, Hopey, because you were second in the intro. We'll go with you first. Basically, my friend, it's been a couple of years since we've seen the likes of you or anyone else on any kind of Halo circuit here in Australia, or indeed anywhere else. Just give us a brief catch-up on what you've been doing. Now, we know you've been in Call of Duty, but what basically is your background going into that from Halo?
Well, pretty much always liked COD in general. Like, I'm just like a first-person player. Like, obviously Halo's at heart, but as soon as Halo was done, I was like, yeah, COD's like the game I want to play. Obviously, it had a good community and all that stuff. So I just kind of transitioned into that and just basically went from there. I was basically just waiting on Halo to come back, honestly. Like, I knew if they fixed the mistakes from Halo 4, I was hoping, a new game would come out that's good. But, we've got the Halo 2 anniversary and that coming back out. So, yeah.
We're pretty pumped. We'll be covering all that. And, of course, your teammate there for a while on and off through Call of Duty, Benno. Now, mate, being one of the best players in Australia, and arguably, Hopey, of course, you were as well, but being obviously a contender over in MLG and the likes of those competitions internationally, Benno, it must have been a big transition for you once. I suppose it's really the accepted lingo here, the death of Halo, or competitive Halo at least. Could you tell us a little bit about your transition going out of Halo and then going into Call of Duty?
Yeah, well, we attended MLG Dallas for the pre-release tournament for Halo 4. And we placed quite well, but honestly, none of us enjoyed the game. There was a lot of things that we felt like were lacking in the game and just were a bit of a disgrace to the prior games in the series, which was a bit of a letdown. You always get your hopes up before a new Halo game comes out, so just got crushed again. So basically, after that tournament, we had a bit of a talk on the way back, and we discussed that we didn't really want to compete anymore under that game. So a bit of a sad time, but yeah, from there I wanted to compete still wanted to compete, so I picked up COD and thankfully got picked up by Avant-Garde.
Yeah, and of course that you guys were able to break that third place curse at Sydney. Now, this is the Halo show, not the Call of Duty show, but I still want to touch on this very quickly. Hopey, back to you. It must have been a good feeling to break that curse at Sydney.
Yeah, it was really good. Like, basically coming into COD, I heard, Avant, always placed in third or CI at the time. But, yeah, we got second at Brisbane, so we placed second, I think, twice throughout the whole of Call of Duty, but other than that, it was just third, and, like, honestly, getting second at the last event for, like, Ghost was, like, the biggest feeling. Like, I've never been that hyped or excited. Like, you guys seen, or if you haven't seen it, check it out. When we win, I just go crazy. Like, I've never had that feeling before. Like, I was just so pumped up, especially being down 2-0 immunity and coming back like that. Like, to finally beat them and get second, it was just like, hell yeah, we actually did it, and I'm happy.
Were we down 2-0?
Yeah, we're down 2-0, man.
That's
it was
cool.
sick.
It was a hell of a comeback, man.
There you go.
Benno,
Good stuff.
Yeah.
it's already touched on, well, in fact, for both of you boys, about the disillusion of Avant-Garde after finally breaking his third-place curse. Now, obviously, we all know that Call of Duty Ghosts is wrapping up. ACL is, in fact, running its final tournament for it in the form of ACL's Call of Duty Ghosts League. What were the movements after Sydney? Now, we know straight away, Benno, you're out, and Hopey, both of you. We'll start with you, Hopey. Would you want to confirm your movements, what happened after Sydney?
I know the team. I kind of knew the team wasn't gonna stay together in a way. Like I knew, like with Halo possibly coming back, I don't know how much Benno hated the game. It was just like done from there. And I basically had like a big personality clash with a player in the team, and I wasn't enjoying playing, Call of Duty for probably a month before Sydney, and I just wasn't really into it either. Like our lack of practice going to the event was basically like we hate the game. I didn't want to get on because I wasn't enjoying, the three teammates. Like there was just too much stuff going on. So I was like to myself, right, I can wait this out for the new COD, a new Halo, and basically made that decision. Just started playing some Halo with Benno recently, but yeah, it just pretty much came from that. Just pretty much over the whole thing at that point. So yeah.
Okay, cool. And what about you, Benno? After Sydney, we know that you've been talking about Halo for, well, pretty much, I guess, ever since it ended competitively here in Australia. But you did make the switch. But what were your thoughts, obviously, after Avant-Garde at Sydney?
Before the event, it was sort of a last-minute decision to join the team. I really get along really well with these guys, and that sort of motivated me to play. Apart from that, I didn't really enjoy COD, so once that was done, I didn't think there was any more lands for ACL for Ghosts, and I didn't feel too bad sort of dipping out on the team and leaving them high and dry. So I thought now was a good time just to sort of duck out and exit the stage, so to speak. So yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Well, look, we're going to leave that Call of Duty stuff in the past because that's not what we're here for. At this stage, before we delve into all of the good stuff, I want to remind the good guys and girls at home that at the end of this show, we will be taking live questions for both of these gentlemen via Twitter. So make sure you're following us at ACL Pro, and that's where you can address all of your questions to. We'll be taking them towards the end of the show. Now, I know these guys personally. I'm pretty sure they'll take any questions you got coming. So any questions about Halo or these guys personally, teams, splits, anything in future, or just want to get their thoughts on how you look, I'm sure they'll say you're attractive. Just make sure you tweet those questions to at ACL Pro. So getting into it, we talked a little bit about your recent history, obviously, in COD for both of you players. Now, Halo. It's the game that brought us all together, and it's the game that's hopefully going to bring our competitive community here in ACL together once again, or a little bit more cohesion at least. We all know that you guys have quite a history in competitive Halo. However, for those of the viewers at home that don't know you guys particularly well, would you guys like to give us just a really quick summary of your competitive Halo history? Now, maybe I'd probably suggest maybe how you first got into competitive Halo, and then maybe probably a brief highlight of your achievements. So probably Benno, we'll start with you.
All right. Bit of a long journey with Halo for me. Been playing it for way too long. Pretty much, yeah, that's true. I've got the Halo Edition Xbox, the original Xbox, and Halo 1 came along with it. Used to sort of LAN with my friends all the time. Love that. Shout out to Codestar. Still talk to him. Out of all of my friends, we're still homies. And yeah, pretty much from there we went into Halo 2, which was a big change from Halo 1 for anyone that knows. So Halo 2 was the blow. I guess that was the explosion for esports. Or the competitive scene at least. That's when people started forming teams and scrimming and all that kind of cool stuff. But then Halo 3 come out, and that's when we sort of hit our peak as far as like teams competing went. So that's when I guess I sort of become relevant in Halo, was in Halo 3, because that's when I really tried my hardest and used to play every day, watch over films, and really trying to improve. So from there, I pretty much always focused on improving, and it got me over to 3 international events. So that was pretty cool.
Still remember those TE chants at Oz Halo, mate.
Yeah, man.
We'll lead
the
the charge
feels,
there.
man. Come on.
And of course, Hopey. Now, Hopey, you got quite the reputation coming into Halo Reach. Do you want to tell us a little bit of where you came into the scene from, and what's the origin and I guess the story of your Halo competitive history?
Yeah, pretty much same as Benno. Like I had the original Xbox, so I got Halo with that. I didn't find out about Xbox Live for ages. Like I knew about it, but I never knew how to set it up. So basically, played Halo 1, Halo 2 campaign, or split screen against friends. And I just remember like out of all my friends, and I could beat them like 2 versus 1. So I knew I wanted to play it, And basically coming into Halo 3, I finally got Xbox Live. I remember my mate called me and said, "Hey, bro, come over." Like I got Xbox Live working. I remember I played Halo 3, and then I just set it up. Like a little TV, like this small, like the tiniest TV. I remember I sat on my floor and I played it for hours and hours and hours that night. Then I had to go to school the next day, and then I wanted to go home early to play it. And then from then I was basically hooked. Then Halo 3, like probably I think it was on the third year, the last year. Guy named Benno, not this Benno, a different Benno, said, "Yeah, come play this comp." And played a comp, got thrashed. We placed like 47th out of like 49 teams or something. And that was like a bad feeling. And then from then, just played my way up, got into Halo Reach. Like Halo 3 wasn't really my game. Like I just didn't really take it that serious. And then Halo Reach came out, put some effort into that. And then for Brisland, the free-for-all finals or whatever, made it into that. Big names like, Benno had, I think Hef might have been in it too. Like there was a lot of big name players in it. And like to be able to play like side by side with them in that and actually compete well, like I got fourth. So like, that was a pretty good achievement for myself. And then after that, I just basically hit it hard from then, basically built up my team called Unite or MF at the time. Tried to beat Benno, never did it, but like we never really got contested by anyone either. So the skill gap was basically like we're always second, they were always first, and it just went from there. And then yeah, basically second year of Halo Reach, we just took over as like the best team, so to say, because Benno's team basically quit. Like I joined, yeah, pretty much.
Sorry?
Were they the best? Is that a fair
Oh,
comment?
undoubtedly, bro.
I just thought I'd try and throw a bone in there.
I ain't biting yet, bro.
Yeah, so we pretty much played, and then it was basically that. Like I remember, like FFAs for Halo, they were fun as well. Like that's what I missed. Is like you had free for alls. I remember I won Brisland with a mask on. Eat it, Benno. Had a mask over my face. I think you remember that, Josh. You might have been commentating.
I do remember
What
that.
game? What game was this in?
That was
Hopey?
Brisland.
No, but what game
finals.
were we playing?
Halo Reach, mate.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yep.
Yeah, mate. Your best placing was Halo 4 at MLG. Come on, mate. They'd be like that.
Oh,
And,
okay.
yeah. And then, yeah, Halo 4 came along, and we know how that was, like, straight in the trash can for me anyway. And then, yeah, that leads me to here.
Cool. All right, so we've got we've got a summarised history of both you guys now. Both of you have quite the achievements, and obviously, we can all say who dominated in their particular regions. I know personally, from my point of view, I know Benno, Halo 3 was your game, and obviously, Halo Reach, in my opinion at least, was yours, Hopey. Just because the pure skill gaps that you guys had on everyone else. Now, I want to talk about Halo as a competitive game, just in general. Now, we all know the history, but let's quickly touch on this. Halo was basically the game that kicked off and really launched competitive FPS on console. I think it's needless to say. I think we've got a couple of images here where we saw MLG start things off in the mid-2000s, and obviously they grew and grew, and obviously they've exploded into the massive organization that you see today. And obviously Halo fell off the radar along the way as it did around the world. But basically, I want to get your opinions, guys, both you, Benno and Hopey. We can start with Benno. Someone's got to start here. I want to know what your opinion is of Halo. Try and go from an unbiased point of view. What your opinions are of Halo and its effect on basically on competitive console shooters.
It sort of built the pavement, really, for FPS on console. That's the game that comes to mind. Like, even people that didn't compete, at tournaments or anything like that, they know that Halo was the FPS shooter at Xbox. So, I mean, beforehand you had GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, like not competitive titles. So Halo kind of just paved the way and sort of explored how big this esports thing could go in FPS on console. So it played a big role, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah. And what are your thoughts on it, Hopey?
Yeah, pretty much the same as Benno. Like I thought, it was basically like a video game. Like it attracted a lot of younger players to it. Like just seeing how it was. It wasn't like a realistic thing. It was like a video game, and that's what it should be. It should be something that's imaginary. It's in your mind, and it's something that's fun to play. And I just thought like the raw skill of it, like playing like capture the flag and team play and that, you had to play it how it was supposed to be played. Where like playing Call of Duty, I remember when I first played that. Basically, you could just stat horde, just run around and do whatever. Like, you didn't really have to care about the objective too much if you dropped the kills. Where in Halo, that's like the focus. So that kind of built it up to being like, competitive as a raw game. You know what I mean? Like Halo 2 competitive was just raw, just competitive game. You know what I mean?
This is Halo. Go for it, Benno. I know you've been waiting for this, friend.
Do you want me to shred it or?
You do what you will,
COD's
mate.
fun,
You do
man.
what you will.
COD's fun. Like the way I see it is like Halo Reach or Halo 4, whatever. If you want to group them together, like they're like Ghost is the equivalent of that to the series of COD, and it's just like really super disappointing. Like I didn't really play Black Ops 2. I played a little bit of pub, but I know that game was 10 times funner than Ghost. So I feel bad for them in that aspect, but I don't know, man. Like I grew up on Halo. Like it can never compete with me. Like Halo just takes a different set of skills. Like I don't know. I can jump. Like I jump on COD and I get outshot by like 5-year-old kids, and it's just like, why do I even like practice? You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
it's frustrating. So in Halo, aim isn't that important. It's more about strategic parts of the game, which is my forte. I really enjoy analyzing and critiquing my own gameplay. So Halo for me,
Strategy
100%.
pro, just like the man Hef. And what about you, Hopey? What are your thoughts on the old Halo vs COD debate being pretty successful in both games?
Yeah, definitely Halo for sure. Like, honestly, like, even though I'm basically a COD kid now or whatever, I did good at COD, it still makes me angry how the game works. So, like, from going from Halo where you have to, like, work together and it's all about teamwork and then going to COD, I swear, like, I tried to put my mind to it to think of it like Halo, where, like, if I make this play and my teammate makes this play and we work together, it should work out. But just the way that the game is, you die so fast, your spawns, your maps, like everything can just happen so quick. And it's basically about who plays better on the day. Obviously, you've got your better teams like, Mindfreak now and like Curse, not like they're above the other teams and stuff like that. But it just doesn't have that consistent one-way street. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
you've got to adapt to stuff in game, and it's basically just about gun skill. But anybody can aim at the same time, so it's kind of like, how does that work out? You know?
Yep.
Flip a
Like,
coin, mate.
yeah, pretty much. Like it is consistent. It is a consistent game. Like Black Ops 2, you had to rotate and do all that stuff properly. But like Halo involved, like you had to have good communication. You had to shoot the same players. You had to set up properly. You couldn't get away with stupid shit. Like you can't like run out in the open on Halo and then just get melted in a second. Like it's just so many different things that make Halo better for me personally. So yeah.
So I guess we're all hoping for the revival here. So look, I guess I think the vibe that I'm getting is that both you players were not forced, but if you wanted to stick to competitive FPS on console, you kind of had no choice but to go COD. Do you think that's pretty much fair to say?
100%, bro.
Yeah. All right. So in that case, next question then. What do you think, and I know the answers are out there, but coming straight from the horse's mouth, so to speak, from the pros, what caused Halo's demise? We'll start with you, Hopey.
Well, Halo Reach, even though I was good at it and I actually enjoyed it, it wasn't anything like Halo was. Like you had sprints and all that stuff come in bloom. Like they tried to change the game from what it was. Like you can't like get a burger and then try to turn it into a burrito. You know what I mean? Like you just can't change it. Even though it doesn't make sense, I don't care. But don't look at me, Benno. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. They just tried to change it too much, and like Halo Reach was like okay, like it was still playable and it was still fun, but like Halo 4 was just like nade indicators, like you couldn't even de-scope, like you had no bleed through, which is where like two-shot beat people down. Like there was just all these things about Halo that were raw competitive. They just got kicked out the window, and they tried to make it like COD, but it's like people play Halo to play Halo. They don't play Halo to try and play COD. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They're just done.
Would you share those same kind of thoughts, Benno?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind
pretty
of,
much.
maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. It threw me off when he started talking about burritos.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's because Hopey kind of made a pretty
I
good
just had to
burrito
think
out
of,
of that
like,
game.
How different they are. That's how different friggin' Halo 4 and Halo 3 were. Just bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know. Halo, like, there's just things that just make me scratch my dome that, like, I can't fathom why. Like, D-scope is so big. Makes me, cringe. There was, what, was there no
Well,
theater in, what? Was
Yeah,
there no,
theater had no theater
the
Halo
group,
Reach.
yeah, the group theater. Like, you couldn't sit in with your team and like go over videos. Like you had to like upload it and then download it and then like start at the same time. Like I don't know, man. There's just a lot of things that just really just like nipped away at Halo's heels and with
Well, I think it might have actually been Sunny D, or I know it was certainly an MLG official. Someone said that Bungie basically left the Halo franchise with a disservice with Halo Reach. I'm not quite sure who said that, so I'll retract saying it's Sunny D. I do know it was an MLG official.
Yeah, it was
saying
Sunny
that
D.
It was Sunny D, so
Yeah.
you'd probably on the same page with that?
Yeah, 100%, man.
Yeah.
Like,
There we
It's-
go. All
Like,
right,
yeah.
we've got a
you
few
think-
things to cut. Well, sorry, I cut someone off there.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, you think why take out something that's like working, if you know what I mean? It's like with like COD. If you start the lobby in a custom game, you become the host. I've never had that in Halo, but like, you imagine if COD took that out randomly. You imagine if they stopped all these different things that make the game fun and actually good. You know, like they're good features.
well, that's
So
the
to
thing, because
say-
Halo 2 had that originally. So that's
Yeah.
another thing that's like they just tried to like improve it and just fumbled over their own footsteps.
Yeah, it's annoying.
All right, well, we've covered that. I have a couple of topics here. Halo Reach. I don't think we actually need to cover Halo Reach. I think we all know about it. A lot of people were still into Halo Reach. Obviously, it was the game that came after the Halo 3 transition, so everyone gave it a go. And that's pretty much where a lot of people dropped off. So let's instead touch on Halo 4. Now, there was a lot of hope with Halo 4, as we all know, with 343 Industries from Microsoft taking over development from it from Bungie, and we all had a lot of high hopes for it. There are a lot of elements in the game that people would argue feel, in some ways, in some regards, I don't want to try and get anyone off point here, to Halo 3, and obviously to bring back the BR, etc., etc. But it was nowhere near a success on the competitive scene. We talked about the little bits that they brought in, but I'll give you guys both a chance. If you could just summarize just very briefly, what was it about Halo 4 that stopped it from being a success? Actually, let's make this more interesting. Name 3 things. Benno, 3 things that made Halo 4 a dismal failure in the competitive scene.
D-Scope. Oh, I don't even know, man. Like it's
I'll
just
throw
the
you one. Ranks.
ranks, man.
Even
Ranks.
Halo Reach.
I'll give you that for free.
Ranks. I don't know. Like just the
I
feel
like
of the
how
game.
yeah, ranks. Purple ranks.
I'm just saying, D-Scope for sure.
Disco. Oh my goodness, what were they thinking? I don't know. Just the look, the feel, the variety of game types. Like
Yeah.
I
Gotta
don't
love
know.
those weapon drops too, right?
Weapon drops. Like it just feels like they just took the new game or the previous game and just like stripped it down and just took parts out of it. Like Halo 3, what we played on Foundry, like we made 2 Forged maps. Like how many Forged maps do we make in Reach? You know what I mean? Like it just feels like they didn't have an interest in esports at all. They were catering to social, and it just isn't fun when you try and play a social game competitively. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about you? Hope you do you share those same thoughts, or you got a couple more things to add as to why
yeah,
Halo 4 didn't work?
Pretty much the same, and also the aiming was like way too easy. Like anyone could aim, and the no scoping was extremely easy. Like I don't know if you guys seen like I think ACL had a top 10, and like majority of them are just like insane like triple kill no scopes. But in reality, like the no scoping on that game was so easy, and with the jumping, like yeah, like it's just there's so many different things that made it like turn off. Like I was one of the guys that like put the blind eye to it and said, "Nah, the game's gonna be amazing. You know, they're gonna look after the game and stuff." But they're just like I don't know, it's
We
just a
all
lot
had
of
the hope,
things.
mate.
Yeah, mate. We all had hope, and then it just went down the hill since we played it.
All right, so if we could put this in dot point form again, we just talked about what made it a failure. Now, we're going to touch on all this news and all the new stuff that's coming up, so without getting specific into that, can you guys name for me a few things that would make Halo a successful competitive shooter? Benno?
Well, I guess everyone's immediate reaction is spectator mode, but I mean, Halo survived without it. Like, it's not the biggest deal in the world. Yeah, sure, it's helpful, but I mean, we survived for a couple of years without it. To make it successful, you need to give people incentive to play. Halo 2 did that extremely well with the ranking system. People couldn't reach a 50. If you're a 50, you're a modder, like straight out. I don't know, there just needs good replay value. Like, it feels like every time I'll jump onto Halo 4 or Halo Reach, like it would just be really repetitive. Every situation was bland. Like the maps, layouts, everything like that was just really painful.
I come
enjoy.
to you guys for the reactions, but I'm going to give you one of my own. I think for a game these days, especially if it's coming at us as a competitive game or it's going to be marketed that way, I think it's just a disgrace and unacceptable for a game to not have some form of spectator mode. What do you think?
Yeah, it is like a big letdown, man. I'll be honest with you with that, but you can't deny that Halo didn't like spectator mode didn't kill Halo. I'm just gonna say that.
I agree. I think
we
it would at least kept it on the table, though. See, at the moment, we're going zombie mode. We're trying to get something back from the dead when really it was on the table. We were trying to revive it.
But seeing someone else no-scope someone in Halo 4, I don't know. Spectator mode, 100% agree with you, should be implemented, but I feel like there was bigger issues at the time, so.
Right, okay. And what about you, Hopey?
So can you say the question again?
To make
'Cause I kinda
Halo
lost
successful again?
Wait, say that again. What made Halo 6?
No,
will make Halo
in your
successful?
opinion, what needs to be brought into a Halo game to make
Yeah.
it successful competitively?
I wouldn't even know. I just think raw Halo, like, I wouldn't even know. I just think it needs to be competitive off the bat. Like, you need smaller maps, you need good maps, you need weapons that don't look like crap. Like the Halo 4 sniper looked really bad. Like it looked like a big tank thing. You need the incentive play, like Benno said, like ranks. Like I remember Halo 3, I would get home and just grind team doubles or snipers trying to get the 50, where all the other games you didn't. Even Call of Duty now, like I don't even play public. There's no real point to it. League play was too easy. So like I think they need like a Halo 2 or Halo 3 ranking system. That way people want to play the game. Yeah, I think that's basically it. Like I honestly can't write it down to that specific. I just want like Halo 2 or Halo 3 type of gameplay put back in.
Gotcha. All right, I totally agree with both of you. Now, this is where we get into the newest stuff. Now, we're going to go from we're going to try and cover as much as we can. We are kind of limited on time, so we'll get this through this as soon as we can. Earlier in the year, we all knew there was another Halo title coming, and everyone expected anniversary. But there was a very, very exciting announcement at E3. I think it might have even been last year. But we've got a quick video to play, which most of you would have seen, but for those who haven't, it is the Halo Master Chief Collection E3 announced video. So we're going to play that, and we're going to talk about it in just a sec.
To find him, you have to forget the stories. Forget the legends. You have to do more than walk in his footsteps. For he is more than the sum of his actions. I tell you this, not because I trust you, Agent Clark. But because all our lives are at stake. Because the seeds of our future are sown in his past.
Now, you got to love that video. Guys, I know that you have seen it before. Now, that video, when it was released, there was a lot of hype around it. What were your thoughts? Did you just immediately think, Halo comeback, we're back, baby?
Yeah. Dude,
I
was
remember. Benno texted
You got
me
Hopey.
straight away. Benno texted me like, "Did you see the video?" I was like, "Hell no!" And then he like links me on friggin' Skype. Like he was going insane. And when I seen it, gave me the feels. So anyway, Benno, finish what you were gonna say.
nostalgia, man, kicks right in me in the feels. But I don't know. I stayed up and watched that announcement at like 3 a.m. with ASAP and oh god, there was someone else there.
Pressure.
We watched it, man. I was tearing up. That's my childhood. and you're just gonna
Tearing
tell
up,
me
were
that
you
it's,
like one of those like
that
beauty
it's-
pageants, just trying to accept an award? Where you just like fluttering your face and just?
Yes, that's exactly how.
I
it
just
was,
picture
actually.
you like that, dress and all.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Good
I didn't
visualization.
watch myself. I was too busy watching Halo.
No, well, anyway, getting to the point, we're all excited for that. And for those of you living under a rock who haven't heard, Halo the Master Chief Collection is, of course, the re-release of Halos 1, 2, 3, and 4, with, of course, Halo 2 Anniversary probably being the most exciting piece in there, where they've remade a whole bunch of maps and basically bringing Halo 2 back from a gameplay sense, back with its in its purest form, code intact and all, which has been very, very exciting. And I think that's what everyone's excited about from a competitive sense. Now, this opens up a topic of basically Halo, the titles, how they compete against each other. Then, of course, Halo 5 Guardians, which is obviously another part of that announcement. Now, there's all these different theories about how Halo MCC is just a bridge to Halo 5, etc., etc. However, there is a lot of hype around the competitive side of Halo 2 Anniversary. Now, this isn't founded on nothing either, because of course we have just recently seen the competitions held at Gamescom and then PAX. Both of these were $10,000 tournaments prior to the game even being released. Now, boys, that's got to be some good news right there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, for
Shows that
sure.
they're supporting it, like, finally get financial support for it, so hopefully it pushes on to the actual game.
And Benno?
Yeah, it's definitely a good thing to see, man. Like, I know they tried in Halo 4 with the global championships to try to revive it, but I feel like they understood that because Halo 4 numbers were terrible. Like, even social players online was always like at an all-time low for Halo. So, I mean, they know that this is their chance. These are the Halos that were big. They're coming out with some new maps. Some PC maps, some remastered maps on H2A. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm super excited that 343 are actually going to back us in previous Halos.
Awesome. So it looks like there's a lot of hype around it. They're showing some support at least. You know, it's all speculative how far it's going at the moment with these $10,000 comps and whether basically the money will keep coming and therefore support for these games. A few more questions still obviously hover around this. And the first one that comes to my mind is Halo 2 versus Halo 3. Now, obviously, the other two games, Halo 1 and 4, we could debate as well. But let's go with 2 and 3. We've all agreed that Halo 2 was the start, the real start, and the booming period of competitive FPS. I think we all agree to that. But Halo 3, no doubt, is where we saw the peak. So therefore, my question to you guys is, Halo 2 Anniversary is where all the attention is because that's basically got those remade sexy maps, etc., etc. But Halo 3 is technically still a newer game. Do you guys think there's going to be any divide in the community about a competitive split between Halo 2 and 3? Or do you kind of think, well, it depends where the developer backs it, or where do you think where do you think it's going to go, essentially?
I think they're just going to wait and see what the popular game is to try and decide what to play competitively. I mean, it makes sense to them to really push the H2A out as a competitive title. So, I mean, I'm going to play whatever's competitive, whatever people decide to play, I'm going to play. I have a lot of fun on Halo 2 and I have a lot of fun on Halo 3. So, I'm just going to play what people want to play, and yeah.
All right. What about you, Hopey?
Yeah, that's my biggest worry too, is like the split community. I think everyone will follow trend and what like, the more competitive game will be. I think it should be Halo 2 Anniversary. Like, if I had to guess, like, you think it's like the one that they put effort into recently, and that's what people kind of want to play. But at the same time, people could just be like, Halo 2 is the best, and not a lot of people got to experience that. Like myself, like I played Halo 3 online, but I didn't get to play Halo 2 online, and I've played it recently, like Xbox Classic or whatever, Xbox Connect. But that was some crazy fun, and I mean, I'm sure everyone wants to experience that for themselves. So, yeah, like Benno said, it should just go off what population.
All right, so here's a more direct question for you boys. I probably should have opened with this. Now, we're just making the assumption that there's going to be a competitive community either way. Is this something we've all just agreed upon? Have we just said 100% Halo Master Chief Collection is the resurgence of Halo? No matter what, it's coming back. Is that how we all feel and we're confident in that?
Yeah.
Oh man, I pray to Allah every night. That's what I'm dreaming about. So
I pray to Benno.
oh come on, man. You're in the profession, man.
No, so obviously that's what we're hoping on. So look, it seems to go that way, and I think the community at a whole agrees with this. And make sure you're letting us know in the chat as well, and also use that hashtag we made, Halo Revival. Make sure you've got that going on Twitter as well. So obviously, we kind of got our thoughts on H2 vs 3. We got the whole thoughts on MCC. We think it's going to be the resurgence of the competitive community. Now, I do have a little topic listed here. And we touched on it a little earlier, Benno, and I wanted to make it a topic all of its own, which is spectator mode. Now, it came straight from Bravo. He's well known in the Halo community. For those of you who don't know, he does work with 343 Industries, the developers of Halo, or the new developers of Halo. And he has come out and stated in an earlier Halo Bulletin from June, saying that there will be no spectator mode for Halo Master Chief Collection. However, there is basically, I don't know exactly the name they used, I don't recall, that's my memory failing me, but it was some kind of Twitch overview. So it was like a Halo channel where you can get multiple views from streamers, etc., and follow a game. Now, I'm of the opinion, I'll throw my 2 cents in here, I'm not of the opinion that this is enough from a competitive standpoint, and we've touched on it again, as I said, but I really think that this might be, you know, it's a bit of an Achilles heel for this game from really exploding. I got Benno before, so I'll start with you, Hopey. Do you think it's such a major thing as I may have pointed out, or do you think that the game itself has survived in the past so it can thrive again?
Yeah, I reckon they definitely need it in. Like, if they want it to go bigger and better than ever, I think they need to put it in for sure. Because it's not even the point of spectator for streaming. Like, you know, say if like ACL comes in and streams some games and that. I think it's even the point of like being able to spectate your friends' scrims and be like, all right, this is what you guys are doing wrong, or if you want to improve, or even just for the fun of watching other players. You can never do that, like, you know, one-on-ones. Like, imagine being able to spectate a one-on-one out of 2, like, really good players. Like, it'd be something actually enjoyable to watch. So I really do think they need to put it in.
Cool, on Benno.
I don't know, man. I really am going to stand by my guns here and say it's not a big deal. Yeah, of course, it would be nice and it would be helpful, but, like, we used to swap between point of views in Halo 3. Like, I don't know. Like, sure, there's all that fancy overlay.
You didn't have to set it up, Benno.
No, I didn't have to set it up. That's what I mean. But these people at home don't care, man. They just want to watch tournaments.
I think that's where my
that's why you're biased.
That's where my point of view is coming from.
Benno's old. Don't worry about it. Trust me, new kids care about
the
that
youngins
stuff.
caring about shit.
We care, mate. I want to see my name in the corner, Hopey in the corner. You know, I want to see that when I'm playing.
All right, so we've got our thoughts on that. All right, cool. Halo 5 Guardians, I touched on that. Now, the current theory, or the theory I hear most, is that Halo Master Chief Collection is just a segue. It's just a segue to lead to the Holy Grail, which is Halo 5 Guardians. Now, there hasn't been much released for Halo 5 yet. We've seen a couple of teasers, but there's nothing really out there showing gameplay or anything like that, so it's really speculation at the moment. What are you guys' thoughts on Halo MCC, and do you think is it just a stepping stone, or is it designed to be a thing of its own just to lead on to something better, or basically what are your thoughts on that? Benno, we'll go with you.
Yeah, you can see it as a stepping stone. I mean, there's going to be tournaments run by 343, which is already noticeable. That the fact that they're already holding tournaments before a game that's been released, so that's really cool. I think the only part that I'm worried about is trying to reach out to the old Halo community, just because when Halo was around, like, we didn't use Twitter. Like, Twitter wasn't a thing in Halo. Like, we use forums, you know what I mean? And like, the forums aren't active anymore, and it's like, that's my only concern. So I mean, you could look at it in a positive light and say, okay, well, obviously MCC is coming out. That's going to get the community back talking with each other, integrating with each other, maybe boost forum activity a bit. And yeah, maybe Halo 5 will be the biggest Halo game in Australia or in America. Who knows? I have to wait and see.
And Hopey?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's they bring it back for its own right. Like, obviously they want Halo back. Like 343, I'm pretty sure they bought Halo off Bungie or whatever. I don't even know the backstory. I didn't read on it, but they wouldn't have bought it for Halo 4 to fail. So they've obviously got to kickstart it with this game. Oh, it's the last 3 or 4 good games of Halo. Not really Halo 4, but Halo 2 Anniversary. Like, kickstart the community back together. And then if Halo 5 is good, they can play that. But at the same time, if nobody likes Halo 5, they can bounce back to Halo 2 Anniversary or Halo 2 in general. It's kind of like, it's got people playing whatever Halo they want, and that's what their their job is. They make these games so people want to play it, and they've got the choice to play whatever game they want to now. So yeah.
Cool. Obviously something we're all looking forward to. Now, the question has to be asked. All this talk of Halo, we know Halo is coming up. Are you guys back into it yet? Like, tell us what you've been happening in the Halo sense. Benno.
Yeah, I've been playing. Just real quick, I just want to clear something up. In the chat, Albatross, there's been 2 other players compete before us, MLG. Zant and Skits played Halo before we went.
Zant was in the first competitive team I ever played on, FYI. We went terrible. We lost to these bunch of kids who had like these ironed-on logo shirts.
What color was his hair?
Was his hair?
Yeah, was it purple?
Purple or black? I don't really recall. It was me, Zant, Pyro, and Barney. Triside. That team.
That's pretty OP, man.
Dude,
actually, I remember
such an OP team.
And
sure we came like second last or something like that. It was great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and Benno, I forgot to say, Bridals also competed at MLG FFA before Hayes too. I forgot about that.
There you go, man.
So you got
to shout out all the Aussies gonna have MLG, man.
Three players.
Can't be forgetting.
So wait, was there 2 Halo 2 players before you guys that played FFA, or was that 4v4 or something?
Zan played in 4v4 with an American team, and Skits played in free-for-all.
Sweet. And then there's me, just chilling, doing nothing.
Anyway, to answer your question, Josh, yes, I have been playing a lot of Halo. Pretty painful trying to set up the old XBC, which is Xbox Connect, for anyone that doesn't know. The Halo 2 servers got taken down off Xbox Live, which means you just cannot sign into Xbox Live and play Halo 2, which is really painful. So there's all these workarounds. There's a couple of programs, Xbox Connect, Kai. Xbox Connect is really buggy and really frustrating to try and set up. But I'm more than willing to help people set that up, or the other option. Yeah, for sure, man. Like I just do whatever it takes to get Halo to get Halo back on the back in the spotlight. So you can reach out to me and I'll help you set it up. But apart from that, yeah, I've just been playing a lot of Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 2 Vista. Just having fun, man.
Cool. All right. So, Hopey, what about you? I suppose we didn't really touch on you, my friend. Have you been back into the Halo? You been getting into that?
Yeah, I've been playing a bit of it. Played it with Benno and all that as well. It's basically like me, Benno, and Husey versus Paredes, who's at Jaden and Fram and Halo 3. Wasn't the funnest of games. I think they've been playing it since it's been dead or something. I don't know, because those shots were like on and ours were like sloggy as all. And then we got into Halo 2 and we've been playing that. It's been really fun. Like, I actually love Halo 2 from playing it recently. Like, so much fun, so like competitive, and there's so much like just talent in it. Like 1v1's actually fun. Halo 3 wasn't that fun for me. So yeah, it's been good playing Halo again. Gets my feels going. And that, yeah.
Well, I hope we've all been getting it going, because of course it's just a couple of weeks away before ACL's Halo Throwback Tournament. We've got a Halo 3 tournament coming up. Are you boys getting in on that?
For show.
For show.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
Both of you in on it. Can we reveal any lineups? Have you guys got a team ready?
I guess I have to team with this dweeb. I don't really have any other options.
Oh my god.
I have to team with the Hope Scopes.
Yeah, so Benno approached me and asked me to team. But if you don't play with me, I'm going to quit. He's had to be with me, mate. He's seen my skill and he's noticed it.
That's the one.
Pressure's on.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'll play with Hopey.
I feel like I'm like hosting a dating show now, for Halo teammates or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we could do this.
I don't know. Maybe get some. Okay then. Maybe just get some. Maybe just get some old school players back. Looking at you, Boyan, aka the Mantis.
We've got to wrap things up because Bioacid's giving me crap on stream. So, look, I have one more question for these gentlemen, but before I ask that, to give ourselves a bit of time, I would like all of you who are watching this at home to tweet your questions now at ACL Pro. Tweet your questions for Benno, Hopey, or both of them. All of your questions, anything you want to know about Halo, their thoughts on something, opinions, whether they're boxes or briefs, Coke or Pepsi, whatever you want to ask away with the Twitter at ACL Pro. Make sure you give us a follow as well, and we'll get these questions going. Now, as these questions come in, to my final question for you guys. This is a little bit of a surprise question for viewers. I didn't actually tell these guys I was going to ask this. Who do I think is going to be better impromptu? I'm going to give it to Benno. Benno,
hello.
I am a Call of Duty player, and I am hard set in Call of Duty.
Sorry to hear that.
I'm going to give you, just more for me, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to pitch to me why I should convert to Halo with the release of Halo Master Chief Collection.
You want to switch over because COD is the most frustrating game you ever played in your life. You get outshot by kids that play pub once a week, and you cannot improve. You have to. I can't have 30 seconds. I could talk about this for 2 weeks, man. Like, think about all the things that make COD fun. You get sweet multi-kills, and it makes you feel cool. Then put a cool medal, and that's Halo.
You are the coolest cat I know, and top it off with the medal. You know, that's a pretty good pitch. I have a feeling Hopey might be able to top that. Hopey, you've got 30 seconds to convert this COD player to Halo.
Just come with me. Come with me, my babies. I don't know. No, I wouldn't even know. It's more of a raw competitive game. If you like Counter-Strike type games where like you can just pick your layout and go with it, like I don't know, Halo's just a lot better. If you want to use teamwork, go to Halo. If you want to have fun with your friends, go to Halo. If you want to get sick ranks, go to Halo. If you want to play with me and Benno, go to Halo. If you want to let Buzz and Influenza get 0 kills, come play Halo against them. Does that actually
Come
happen?
on, man.
The shots,
Come
wow.
on.
Good sell, good sell. I would almost call it a tie, but I'm sorry, Ben. I'm gonna give it to Hopey just because he gets the edgy vote in the end.
That's cool, man.
All right, so guys and girls, it's come to that time of the night. We're going to be getting some questions going here. So let me get it up on my little device here. Let's have a look. Alrighty, so let's just pick a question here. All right, so here we go. This actually comes from, and it wasn't even biased, it was just the first question I saw. It actually comes from ACL CEO Nick Vanzetti, Vanzabra himself, former Halo 1 champ? Is it fair to say champ? No, he's...
Oh, come on, man.
He'll call him an Aussie pro. What, Benno? What? You got some...
Play me in Game 5, fans. I'm ready, bro. Yeah,
He'll never play that Game 5.
Yeah,
Look,
I know.
straight to the question here. Will Benno and Hopey be trying to balance competing in both Halo and Call of Duty? What about the Call of Duty Champs campaign? Who wants to tackle that?
You can go up.
Yeah, most likely. Like, to be honest, I want to, like, that's one of the main reasons why I don't want to, like, give up on COD is because, like, I feel like I've put all this effort in and I haven't achieved what I wanted. I've not gone overseas for it. I feel like I've got the talent to do it and stuff like that. And this is, like, the first time that I'll be competing at an actual LAN event without Vilesada or in Avant, so to say. So I'm pretty pumped for that. And I don't know. It's hard to say because I don't think Halo will be there yet for the community. You know what I mean? Like, it might not be that active, so there'll be more free time to play some COD, and I really don't think you don't need to play that much COD to be that great at it. Just like get on with the same players, get your scrims down pat. So, you know, play 3 nights a week on friggin' COD and the other 1 or 2 on Halo. Like, you'll be able to balance it pretty easy. But I think after COD Champs, if Halo's better, I'll go to Halo or stick with Halo. If COD's better, I'll stick to COD. But from now, I want to compete at COD Champs still, and try go far in COD.
And what about you, Benno?
I'm going to compete in whatever the competitive title is. Obviously, Halo will take my vote any day of the week if it's between the two. If for some reason...
if they're both competitive and they both have a world championship, hypothetically, would you compete
Halo.
in both?
No. Well, if possible, I mean, yeah, but... I mean, Halo... I ain't even trying to sound cocky now. I know I can have success in Halo. Like, I know I've had previous success. Like, I know how to play that game. COD's a bit of a toss-up. I mean, like... I would 100% go to Halo. I enjoy it more. I'm better at it. It's definitely a choice for me. But, I mean, for whatever reason, if an opportunity arrives to travel overseas and compete in an FPS, and that happens to be COD, then that's what it's going to be. So,
Fair enough. Okay, so we'll try and make this question and answer brief. We'll start with you, Benno. Benno, it's going to come to you as well, Hopey. But Benno, who was the best Australian player back in the days? So I'm gonna clarify this and change the question a little bit. Who was the best Halo 2, 3, and Halo Reach player? Because I would include Halo 4, but we basically ended competitive with Halo.
It's put my girlfriend as the best Halo 4 player for all I know. There she's there. Best Halo 4 player. Sweet. Give her a medal.
Someone's sucking up. That's all right.
yeah.
I'll
What are you
let
working
roll with
towards?
that.
She's bad.
All right. Come on, boys. Actually, I'll ask you both at the same time. We'll go Halo 2. Benno, who's the best Halo 2 player?
Dante.
Dante.
What, in
Hopey?
Australia or America?
Australia.
Dante.
Hopey?
Yeah, from what Hacks told me, Dante was insane. I never watched Halo 2, but from what I heard, Dante was like by far the best player.
These new kids, man. Halo 3. Benno.
I'd say, yeah.
Oh, Hopey, go, you go.
I'd say Benno. Like, from not knowing Benno at the time, I'd definitely say Benno.
From not
Benno?
knowing Benno. What does that mean?
I didn't know you as a
Um,
person, so I just judged you off a player, and you were the better player, from what I
Yeah,
said.
but if he knew you as a person, he'd say no.
Yeah, I know. What a
I'll probably
jerk.
say voltage then.
F.
Hef.
Yeah, bro.
He's
Well,
a
I can't.
strategic mastermind. Don't know if he was best player Oz, though.
Who's the best player Aussie, mate? Who's the best player in Halo 3, Josh?
You asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a few on my list. I can't choose the best. I
Come
reckon
on.
I reckon you, Codestar, and a name I haven't heard for a long time, but at his prime, follow me here.
Here we
at his
go, here
prime,
we go.
Haunted was a ridiculous player. I don't know
In
if
Halo
he's tier
3?
1, but he was ridiculous.
Did he even play Halo 3?
Yeah,
Yeah, he got second at Brisbane, Ben.
he ripped it up, man.
Sorry, man.
Oh, wow. That went straight over my head. You're so ruthless. Anyway, that's who I choose. In fact, it would be between you and Cody, and only because that's warmed my heart, the old TE thing, and watching Cody rip faces.
The original
on,
duo.
the first main stage I saw. It was great.
Yeah.
All right. Viewers, make sure you're tweeting your questions at us. Use that hashtag Halo Revival. We're still going here. We've got a few more questions to go. Here's from our own Call of Duty caster over from CG. We have Mikestar. To both, how big do you see Halo getting in both online and LAN? Consider the factor of with and without spectator mode in ANZ. I don't know how to... Let's simplify that. How big do you see Halo getting in both online and LAN? I suppose he's trying to separate them?
Yeah, probably because online's just crap.
I mean, how many teams did we hit in like Halo 3's Prime Online? Like what, 40, 50?
Yeah, in its prime, I think it was like 40-something.
It was
That's
like
cool.
50, 49, because that was the comp that I played.
Oh, well, there you
the
go.
first
Actually,
comp.
I've just been informed the first Halo 4 tournament, we got 80
yeah.
teams.
Yeah, that's right.
Holy dooly. And what about the second tournament?
We had 8.
Are you serious?
That's what I mean, man. Come on.
No, I
That's
actually don't even think it was that many. No, I don't. There wasn't even a second one, so that shows you how quickly that dropped off. Everyone's a little bit deluded.
Yeah. What was the question again?
It was a bit convoluted. To both, how big do you see Halo getting in both online and LAN? I think we can simplify that. How big do you see it getting? And in fact, I'll change it just to make the question a little bit clearer. Sorry, Mike Star. Let's just change the question a bit. Will Halo be bigger than COD? That's the question. That's where we're going with that.
I hate to say it, man, but no. Like, it bugs me so much to say that, and I hate it more than anyone, believe me. But COD is just the social gamer game, man. You can pick it up and be good. Like, I played for a couple of months, and I was able to take games from top teams in Australia. Like, when is the COD player done? Like, okay, in before Crim 6, but when has the COD player done that in Australia? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I get you.
it's the easier game. It's always people enjoy being able to kill people, and that is easy to do in COD.
Okay, and what about you, Hopey?
Yeah, I definitely think COD, because even if the game does suck, like the next Advanced Warfare, they can just wait 1 year and then the game's done and then they're back to the normal game, back to another game, or to a new game. Yeah, so I definitely reckon COD. I don't really think the Halo community will pick up for a while in Australia anyway, or around the world, to say the least. Like, if I came back to Halo and there was like a LAN event, you wouldn't really want to, like, I don't know about you guys, I would definitely attend, but like a lot of the newer players wouldn't want to kickstart straight into a LAN, you know what I mean? If they haven't really experienced it before or seen one in Australia. So COD, yeah.
Yeah, all right. So, and we have another question here from our very own ACL Beware. Halo 1, 2, Classic, Halo 2 Anniversary, Halo 3, 4. Which one are you most looking forward to?
Halo 1, so I can finish my best of 5 with Vanzetti. He keeps dodging, and I know he's listening. Don't dodge anymore, Vanzetti. Don't play those games with me. Halo 1 for that, Halo 2 because it's a lot of fun. I kind of regret the fact that I didn't take it as serious as I did in Halo 3, because I feel like that game was so much fun. When Halo 3 first came out, I actually didn't like it at all. So Halo 2 was a lot funner for me, and the switch to Halo 3 was a bit painful, but after a couple of version updates, MLG settings, and the community being active, I really enjoyed Halo 3. So Halo 2, yeah, Halo 1 and Halo 2, of course, and Halo 3, so I can go back to being able to kill things.
What about you, Hobie?
Yeah, definitely Halo 2. Like, played it, for a few weeks or a few days on and off. with like the same 8 people, and that was crazy fun, even 2v2s. I'm pretty excited for Halo 1. Like, can you play 4v4 in Halo 1, like multiplayer or not?
Yeah, it's online.
Yeah, well, that'll be fun. Like, the graphics look like it's a potato, but like I think that'll be pretty fun. But
Man.
overall,
Oh,
I'm
it's like a potato.
yeah, still. But overall, I'm pretty excited for Halo 2 to shoot people and play a competitive game. Halo 3 lately, I haven't enjoyed it. Like, I just can't get the aim. But like, what is it? The aim acceleration better? Where like you're aiming and then it just goes real quick. That's probably just me playing like, Halo 3. Not that serious, and then Halo Reach and Halo 4, and then COD didn't have that aim acceleration, and even Halo 2. So, yeah.
Beware also asked me, sorry to interrupt you, Hopey. Beware
right.
also asked me to clarify, are you guys looking forward to Halo 2 Classic or Halo 2 Anniversary? Because there's a difference there.
Oh, between the two?
Yeah,
I'm
between
looking
the
forward
two,
to-
which one are you
I'm
after?
looking forward to both, but classic, of course. There's a couple of things that annoy me about H2A, but I think the thing that's got me excited if H2A is a competitive title is it's gonna be back to what Halo is all about. Yeah, there's some annoying things, but at least we're not playing with sprint and all that other ridiculous stuff.
Benno, grenade indicators, hit
Yeah,
markers. Ew.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's my biggest problem.
it's whatever, man. Hit markers ain't bothering me. The part that actually bothers me the most is the grenade shaking. Like
true
when the grenade blow up around you, it's like an earthquake. So that doesn't look very fun. But apart from that, it just looks like classic Halo. With all the great features and just whoever's better is going to win.
Fair
I love
enough,
that
and-
part about Halo.
And Hopey, H2A or H2? Original, classic.
Probably like playing it socially, H2A, but playing competitively, Halo 2. H2A just annoys me. It's got the annoying things like Benno said from Halo 4, like the weapon drop and the nade indicator and all that stuff. Like, it's still not going to be that bad, but it's still like annoying as shit to play with. So
Fair
yeah.
enough. And Benno, look, it's been tweeted at me a couple of times, and I miss the man, so I've got to do it for him. Old Mitchie. Can you please ask?
Mitchie.
Can you ask if Benno still reps the 2770? He needs to
2770.
answer.
What is that? 2770, Josh. Come on,
Sorry,
man.
mate. Sorry. I'm
That
not
is-
from the 2770.
That's the Druid where they do it. That's my boys Owen and Phyllis and Saucy. They're the homies. Miss them immensely. Still talk to them on Facey and oh man, if T reunites, we will crush.
Mate, I'm very, very
Oh,
excited. And just lucky
you
I'm sitting
imagine.
behind a desk at the moment because that just sends me wild. All right, I'm just looking for these final questions. We're going to have just a couple of more. Guys, if you're watching this, if you want your questions, get them through now because we're just going to be wrapping things up here. Remember, go with that hashtag Halo Revival and make your tweets at ACL Pro. Here's a good one from our own Towan, aimed at both you boys. If Reach had been released with zero bloom, no sprint as vanilla, would the game have not been so lost on so many people?
Yeah, people would still play it, but there's still other glaring problems with it, such as the maps and just like the bland and look and feel of Halo Reach. Bloom and Sprint, I can't believe we played that game. Holy dooly. Anyone that didn't play Halo Reach, it was really bad. The thing is, like, if you look at the Halos, like from Halo 1 to 4, they got slower. Like, Halo 1 was a 3-shot kill with a pistol, and it was really fast gameplay. Like, there's none of this. But the thing is that people don't understand, like, you add sprint in, and everyone assumes faster gameplay. No, it means people like Hopey can just run away and make me very sad, and just prolong their life, and it was really frustrating to play against. Props to you, Hopey. Like, you figured out how to use it before anyone in Australia, so I can't even be mad
Sprint
about that.
boys.
But like you look at like Halo 2, like how fast was Halo 2? You could just like button glitch someone down, kill them instantly. Halo 3, they start bringing in these social access, like bubble shields, regenerators, like things that like prolong your life, things that don't make you like stronger. Like they slow the game down. Halo Reach did it as well. Like you get sprint, you get like bloom, like people just live longer. Halo 4 doesn't even count. Why does that game even happen? Yeah, so.
All right. we touched on it earlier, boys, but it's been tweeted at me 4 times now. Hashtag Halo Revival. Will Hopey and Benno team for Halo?
I don't know.
That's awkward silence.
If I don't know. If I
It's,
like
it's a
Benno's-
direct question, boys. I had to ask. We
Yeah.
touched on it earlier, but I didn't ask it, man. Will Hopey and Benno team for Halo?
I know. I'd hope so. If I had to choose a player, it would be Benno because he's had this success, and I did kind of like not copy Benno's gameplay, but like he had the overall gameplay that I had in mind, and then I just kind of like learnt off that. So I kind of would say Benno, and we get along, and he's like the only Halo player I still talk to, so probably yeah. Except for Blaze, but he's washing machine. So
Well,
You had to be good to be washed up.
well, you teamed in the past. Hopey, weren't you on immunity for a day?
yeah, oh yeah, about a day and a half.
Mate, well,
Yeah.
that's 50% more than I thought.
What do you reckon, Benno, mate? You want to just lock it in now, like sign the papers?
Yeah, mate, that's the one. I don't know, man. Honestly, like, of course I'm going to want my OG team back, but I mean, Hopey's got the potential. He can be there. He can be that like player that we need on the team.
If you want to shut down a kid's dreams, Benno, you got to do what you got to do, man.
Hopey is a great up and coming player, and no,
Up and
but
coming.
seriously,
I've been
like,
playing for like 3 years, mate.
yeah, he's still up and coming for that first place, bro.
Yeah, sweet.
No, but I don't know. Hopey always stood out. Like he was the best player outside of our team, in in Halo, in Halo Reach. So yeah, of course, Hopey would be the first person I'd look at the team with. So
Well, I reckon you're both gods in your own right. You got both dominated your respective games, and you went very successfully into not only those Halo titles, but then on to having pretty good success into Call of Duty as well. And in fact, I think that's actually enough to wrap us up there, guys. I just want to say a big, warm thank you to joining me on the show tonight. Our first of hopefully many Halo shows coming from ACL, and what better way to do it than with you two gentlemen, so Benno and Hopey. Thank you very much for joining me. Of course, I do reserve this time for shout-outs. Who'd like to go first?
go for Hope.
Don't rush, mate. Don't fight.
I know. Shout out to ACL from the beginning of my competitive career till whenever I quit, which I don't know when, but been a huge friggin' stepping stone in my life. Anyway, like putting in these events and all that stuff, it's been crazy fun. Yeah, shout out to Benno, kept in touch since Halo was done, played some COD together, played some Halo, League of Legends and all that. And yeah, shout out to my girlfriend Maddie, and then shout out to everyone for watching the stream and bring back Halo. Let's go.
And Benno, shout-outs.
I did an interview about 2 days ago and I had a massive list of shout-outs. So that's pretty much my shout-outs. But just to really, yeah, you know, we literally, I've been told this, but we literally killed Halo 4 purely because of the fact we played reality check for top 8 in Halo 4 and we lost. So the Suds got top 8 for the first time ever, and we killed Halo 4. You're welcome.
No comment. Continue.
Killed it, mate.
Yeah, I know. I don't know, man. Shout out to everyone that tuned into the stream. First of all, really appreciate it. It's really cool to, and warms me inside to see people still care about Halo. So shout out to everyone at ACL for hosting this. Josh, Damo, Vans, everyone working behind the scenes and makes this kind of stuff possible. And yeah, just shout out to everyone in the interview I did as well. You guys are all cool, and please play Halo. It's fun. You'll enjoy it, I promise.
Oh yeah, and shout out to you, Josh, for the big commentating to come. Can't wait to hear it, mate.
Thanks, man. I'm pumped.
Pumped
I can't
up.
wait. See you
Love
guys
it
on
for
stage
COD.
again. It's going to be awesome.
Love it, mate.
All right, so that's pretty much going to wrap things up. These guys have just done their shout-outs. We don't normally do shout-outs, but I am going to do one. I want to give a big shout-out, as corny as lame as this is, to all of our viewers watching right now, because you guys are the ones that are going to be the precursor to this Halo comeback. It's going to be on to you guys to make this happen, because I know you guys are the fans of Halo. I've seen some very old names in this chat that I haven't seen from a very long time. Much love and respect to you guys. Make sure you keep following that hashtag Halo Revival. We're going to be doing that right up to the release of Halo Master Chief Collection. Don't forget, the forums might be dead now, but we are coming back, and we will be back in a very big way with the release of Halo Master Chief Collection. We're going to be all over that like stink on a warthog, or beauty and prettiness on the man that is Benno. Oh, okay, maybe a bit far. So we are going to be doing that. Make sure you're following us on @ACL Pro on Twitter. Make sure you get us on Facebook. Also, check out the website, aclpro.com.au. We're going to be putting more content, and all the forums will be pumping, hopefully, towards the release of Master Chief Collection. Once again, I would like to thank our guests for this evening, Benno and Hopey. Thanks very much again for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, we'll see you.